Hi everyone, welcome to Jules Unedited. I haven't done one of these in such a long time, so I figured today would be the perfect day. I am still red because I worked out this morning, then I sat out by the pool, so my face is like kind of red. But I'm just gonna take you from start to finish, and I'm also gonna do my hair at the end. Show you exactly how I do my hair. This is gonna be like a late summer makeup look. This is what I've been doing. It's late summer now. It's still unbearably hot where I am. Let me know in the comments if it's hot where you are still. But I am such a fall person. I live in Florida, so I don't really get fall. But I am going to Virginia this year for a wedding, so I might be able to experience a little bit of that. Anyway, let's get into this. Today I'm going to be using this Bioma Hydrating Milky Toner. And this is an affordable product from the drugstore, and it's very comparable to the Rhode Milky Glaze or whatever. I don't know, I forget the exact name, but this is like really similar to that. It hasn't made me break out or anything, and it does leave like a very thin layer of hydration, so I feel like it's really, really nice for summer. So that's like my first layer. I just took a shower, so I am getting ready as I would for the day. So like I said, I did my workouts this morning. I did a weight workout, like with weights, and then I did a walk, and I did some yoga, and then I sat outside because I wanted to get some vitamin D, because I feel like I just feel so much better like when I get vitamin D, although it is so hot that I was like sweating so much. That's not always fun, but worth it. Next, I've been loving these. These are the e.l.f. Skin Holy Hydration Thirst Burst Drops. And yeah, again, this is from the drugstore. I'm just going to put it directly in my face. My face is clean. From the drugstore. Been loving this. I got this ring from an art museum. My in-laws came last weekend and stayed with us. And we went to an art museum that's local to us here. And they had this cute little gift shop. And I love supporting local artists. So I got this little ring, which I'm absolutely in love with. I love finding things that like nobody else really has and that you can't find in like mainstream stores like Target, things like that. I've been really into like thrifting lately, although there's not many good thrift stores nearby, I'll be completely honest. But when I lived in Georgia, there were so many. In California, there was one too when I lived there. So maybe I just need to find it. I think there's one in Fort Lauderdale that I really want to check out. So I will do that. But yeah, I know last video I was like, yeah, I'm going to try and get back to a consistent schedule. And then my in-laws came, and then I've been just trying to get back on track. I've been debating telling you kind of like a journey that I've been on, and I'm kind of in the middle of that journey still, so I don't want to like, I don't know, distract myself with sharing too soon. So I'm going to wait a little bit, I think, until I'm further along in the journey. No, I'm not like pregnant or anything like that. But y'all know I've been on a weight loss journey, like a health journey since, I know like journey, it just sounds so cringy sometimes. Like, I don't know, I'm overthinking. But I've been on a health quest since I had my brain surgery and been really trying to lose some weight because I gained a little bit of weight. And part of it was because of some of the medication that I was on, and I've been trying to like come off of that a little bit or just like go down in dose. So yeah, it's just been like a progression, and it just takes time. So I've been putting a lot of focus there. Something else I absolutely love, and I've loved this for years, is the Innisfree sunscreen. So this is like my third step. I will use this over. I wear sunscreen even in the winter, but you know, especially late summer, because the sun is still very strong. At least where I am, it was super strong today. I felt like it was stronger today than it was like a month ago. I don't know, it just feels very strong. I always take it down here a little bit on my neck and my décolleté. I think I said that right. And I love this sunscreen because you can take it over your eyes and it doesn't burn them. I've tried so many sunscreens where it burns my eyes, and this one does not. So, at least in my experience, I don't notice any burning. But anyway, I just love the finish of this sunscreen. It's really hydrating. I have drier skin, so my skin like soaks it up. There's a little bit of a fragrance, but it's not strong at all. It's very fresh smelling. So I'm just gonna like let this sit for a second before we go on with the next layer. I'm gonna do my brows. Get a paper towel. Do my brows. Also, got this cute cup from Anthropologie. It's like very mystical, kind of like Halloween, and I love it. It's like the icon glass. So I've been seeing it everywhere, and I never tried the icon glass. And I got a pumpkin one too. They're nice. It's a very sturdy glass. All right, so let's do brows. I'm going to use my NYX Lift and Snatch brow pen, and this is in the shade Ash Brown. And I'm just going to fill in, any sparse areas. If you're new to my channel, I do these unedited videos sometimes. I'll sprinkle them in. I make no edits or very few edits, just so you can see real life how it is to apply the makeup. I include like mistakes or just, yeah, the real experience. So I absolutely love this pen. I love how it's like so natural looking, and I like the shade of it too for my brows, the ash brown. I just feel like it's like a really nice shade. It's not too warm, not too cool. It's just like perfection. Perfection. And then I'll take a spoolie and just kind of run over that. I don't really strive for perfection here because I'm not doing like a full glam look or anything. I'm just doing kind of like an everyday, like if I'm going to the doctor or something. Or like, you know, running an errand. Sometimes I don't even wear makeup to do that. But this would be kind of like the makeup that I would do. So I don't really take the time to define my eyebrows that much. I'm just kind of filling them in, making them a little bit more put together. I've been loving this brow lamination by L'Oreal. So I'll take a little bit of that, and it really holds them in place. If you use too much, it can get a little tacky feeling, but I don't ever notice like white flakes or anything. I think if you overdid it, you could possibly get that, but just go lightly and then build up. But yeah, it just holds them in place. Sometimes I'll take like a clean spoolie and just go over it just to like, you know, disperse the product in there evenly. So that's good. I've been using this all the time. It's the Merit Uniform. I have mine in the shade 22. This would be my next step in the process. I'm not using foundation today. This is going to be my foundation. Notice how I used the sunscreen underneath this. I find that you get a little bit more protection that way. If you just rely on the tinted sunscreen, you really do have to use a lot of it, and it can get kind of, I don't know, like, I don't want to say like cakey looking, but just kind of heavy feeling on the skin because it is a mineral sunscreen, so it just kind of builds up in the skin. So I prefer to use a sunscreen, like a regular sunscreen underneath it. So that way I don't have to use a ton of this product on my face. And I'll bring it on my eyes again, my nose, make sure it's like spread evenly. I'm gonna go in with just a little bit more. This is the shade, it's shade 22. I think it's the perfect shade. I tried 20 and it was like a little too dark for me, even in the summer. So I've just been sticking with 22. 22. I still have sunglass marks here. It was so warm by the pool, but it felt so good. I needed that. I've been go, go, go this summer. Like we went to Chicago and then my in-laws came. And I'm usually like a homebody, so I've been trying to get out more and socialize, and I love it. It just makes me very tired. So I've just been kind of like recharging, and I joke with my friend that I'm like solar powered. Sometimes I'm powered by the sun and the moon, but I need both. Okay, so I've been using the Kosas corrector in Illusion. I like it because it's very lightweight. I love my Bobbi Brown still, but this has been great for summer, especially late summer when it's like actually really hot. I feel like August is a really warm month. So I'm just gonna let that sit because I find it works better if I let it sit. And I'm gonna go in with my Sarah Creole concealer. I'm just gonna add some extra coverage on my face because I didn't use foundation, so I'm just covering up some, redness or sunspots or anything like that. And just going to add, it's just going to add a little bit more coverage. Use a brush just to pat that in and spread that around. So essentially I'm just using concealer to add some coverage. This one is quite light. Actually, it's usually like a perfect match, but I am noticing it is a little light. Not too bad though. It's a pretty good match. This is the shade 3. Yeah, I think it's actually perfect. It gave me nice coverage, but it's not too thick. I really like this concealer. I'm gonna just go in with my brush here and blend in the color corrector. And then I'll just take my finger and blend it in as well. I like to use like a combination of my finger and then like a brush for under my eye. I just feel like the finger helps melt it in. Even though this is like a really light product, I still feel like it helps to melt everything together. I am going to use the Sarah Creole concealer under my eyes as well, and a little bit on my eyelids, just because when I plucked my eyebrows, I kind of got these little, I like pinched my skin, so it like scabbed, and so I have little marks on my eyelids. So that's fun. So just blending this in. Let me know if you still like these unedited. I know a lot of you said you did, so I definitely want to keep incorporating them. I think it's fun, less pressure, and just kind of like, show you how it really is. So just blending in the concealer on my eyelids. A lot of times I'll use the Hourglass concealer as well. I like that one in summer and like all year round, but especially in summer because I feel like it's just like very long wear. It kind of sets down nicely. So, but I had this Sarah Creole one too, and I like to alternate between them. I really like Sarah Creole products, the ones I've used. Okay, how are we looking here? I'm going to set my eyelids because I feel like they get, I don't know, creasy if I don't set them. So I'm just going to set that and like under my eye a little bit before I do the rest of my face. I'm using the Givenchy pressed powder. I absolutely love this. I use this almost every time. Actually, I've been using this every time I do my makeup, especially for like under my eyes and like in my T-zone. I just feel like it has a beautiful finish to it. All right, we are revisiting the Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpt Skin Enhancer. This is the shade Light Medium. I absolutely love this product. I love the shade. I feel like the shade is like perfection for me. And I love how it makes my skin look so healthy. It is emollient, but since I have drier skin, it actually works for me. If you have like more oily skin, I don't know if this is the best product for you, especially in the summer. But it just looks like so pretty on my like dry to normal skin. And I do take a little bit of powder at the end, which I'll show you what I do. Because it is quite emollient, so. I don't know. I don't think it's like overly emollient though. If you use a lot of it, it might be a little bit more of an issue, but honestly, I just think it's one of my favorite products. And I'm using all products that I have and love. I haven't really purchased a lot. I'm taking a little bit on my eye right here to lift it. Yeah, I haven't really purchased a lot of makeup recently. I'm sure that will change as we go into the holiday season because there's always like a bunch of new releases and limited editions and sales. And so I'm just saving up for then, I guess. I'm not going to go too crazy, I hope. But yeah, I've just been loving the products that I have. This is the House Labs in Glassy Cinnamon. It's like the blush stick. Oh, I love this so much. It's kind of like a bronzer on me. Just gives like that perfect sun-kissed look. I absolutely love this product. I think I love the shade. I also like how it applies. It goes well with the Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpt Skin Enhancer. I feel like those two products go really well together. And the Sarah Creole bronzer goes nicely with this as well. Take a little bit up here. Yeah, this is pretty good for like no foundation, right? It's a pretty look. All right, and that's it. I haven't been going in with like powder bronzer really. I'll just use a little bit more of this Givenchy powder. And just setting everything. I will take what's left and just kind of lightly tap over like the cheek area. I don't want to take away the glow, but I also don't want it to be like super, super emollient. So I do set that down a little bit with the powder. I've been using this Jouer lip conditioner. It's the Essential Lip Enhancer, and this is vanilla. I've just been using this as my lip for like daytime because it has a slight hint of pink to it. And I just feel like it makes my lips so hydrated. I love this product. So that's what I've been using for my lips during the day, at least in the summer. And then I'm going to do some mascara. Because for me, I feel like that completes the look. So I'm just using my rougher eyelash curler. I'm still using my eyelash growth serum from Swede Beauty. Love that stuff. It really makes a difference. And the mascara that I love and have been using this for years is the MAC Stack. And this is the black one, but I also have the brown one. And it's called Chestnut. I just love how this grips the lashes. And it gives me volume and length. So I've really just enjoyed this. And I don't find a lot of smudging with this. And yeah, I think this is one of those products that, it's been out for a little while and we tend to forget. But this is a really good mascara. I just love how it grips each lash. And I do like a little bit of volume. I don't just want length, I want both. Don't we all? So, yeah, I've rediscovered this again and been loving it. Especially going into Halloween season, I do a lot of fun looks. So I will be probably using this a lot, but also false lashes too for my Halloween looks. And they won't be because I want to do like a mix of like gothy or like witchy looks this year. So I usually do 2 coats of this mascara, but you can see it's just so nice. I haven't even been doing like eyeliner. Like usually I'll tightline, but I just haven't been doing that. I just feel like this is enough. Like I don't need to tightline. I feel like when I do, it kind of smudges, especially when it's really hot. So I've just been kind of skipping that. But I do love how it looks on the eyes. A good tightline. I know this part is kind of boring, but this is what I do. And then there is one other step because my eyelashes, this side has a mind of its own. So what I do is I take this like eyelash separator and just run it through my lashes to make sure they're evenly separated because I don't like when they're not evenly separated. I don't know about you, but I get really annoyed. Like this eye, it doesn't separate as well as my right eye, so I have to pay a little bit more attention to this one. But I do love this tool. You just have to be really careful not to poke your eye out with it. And then sometimes if it's like even being stubborn still after that, which it is, I just take a clean spoolie and kind of run through it. That usually helps, but this one's being finicky today. See this like separation there? It bothers me. I'm going to use a little bit more mascara and hopefully try and fix that a little. I'm very particular about that. I don't like I don't like that little gap there. So you're seeing firsthand how it really is behind the scenes. I spend too much time putting mascara on, I feel like, but I feel like it's important to me to have them separated. Oh, I feel like that's good. I'm not gonna like stress myself out too much about this. That's good enough. And then if there's ever any like mascara on my eyelids, I'll just let it dry and take it off with my spoolie. Okay, so now I'm going to do my hair. Let me move my water because I'm gonna spray. I use this 4 Reasons heat protection spray. It's fragrance free. I absolutely love this stuff. I got it on Amazon, but you can get it through their site too, but there's no scent to it, which I love, but it still works nicely. And you can use it on dry hair. So I love that. When I revive my hair, I don't do like my whole head. I just kind of focus on the front because honestly I do a little couple pieces in the back, but I've already got this warmed up. But I'll just take my front piece. I use this as like a wand kind of. It is like a traditional curling iron, but I just use it like this for some reason. I feel like I'm able to get a better curl. So I haven't added like lightener in my hair. I've just been letting it kind of be dark. And I don't know how I feel. I think I might want to get some baby lights because I do have grays in the front and it does disguise them a little bit when I get some baby lights. But they need to be like pretty cool toned so that they match, with the grays. Otherwise, it just looks like really cool tone at the top on my roots and then super like warm. And I don't like that look. So my hair is actually not that clean right now. It's not super dirty, but like it's inevitable that I'm just gonna like sweat during the day in this state. So if I don't wash my hair like every single day, it can get a little sweaty. But honestly, I feel like my hair, that one was not that good, curls better when it's like a little bit dirty. And I don't want to say like dirty, but like, like day 2 or day 3 hair. Not like freshly clean hair. A couple days. I usually go like 3 days, sometimes 4. So I just kind of do this. This is how I revive my hair. I put the heat at 360. I use a bio-ionic curling iron, curling wand, whatever you want to call it. But I use it like this. For some reason, I just feel like I like that. So I'm going to tackle this area too. I know I said I only focus on the front, but I feel like this needs a little TLC to kind of make it blend in with the curls. Usually I do this before I film, but I wanted to show you what I do. I don't comb them out yet. I let them dry. Sometimes I'll put in a little bit of hairspray. Not dry. I let them cool. That's what I meant to say. Because then I feel like the curl just stays longer. But I'm not looking for them to be like perfectly curled. I'm gonna have some pieces that are curled and some that are just like more natural looking. I just feel like it gives like a more realistic look. Because my hair is like naturally wavy. So I find that this method works well. My hair gets really frizzy too. I'm trying not to spend too much time because this is probably like really boring. Hair is not my strong suit. I feel like I'm well versed in makeup, but hair is just to me. Like I don't really enjoy doing my hair, to be honest. I feel like it just gets like hot and stuff, but I think the payoff is good. Like it pulls the look together, so it's like a necessary evil for me. I don't know, like my arm just starts to hurt a little. And it just irritates me sometimes, but yeah, I'm just more into makeup. Okay, so now I'm just going to run my fingers through it, and that's it. It just looks pretty naturally curly. It feels very big today, but it's very full, which I'm not complaining. We love a full hair look. Anyway, this is the final makeup look and hair, the end of summer makeup. I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye.